Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom Om Swastiastu Namo Buddhaya. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Dr. Trilaksmi Indreswari SHM Hum, Vice Dean for Academic and Student Affairs, Faculty of Law, Universitas Diponegoro. The Honorable Guest Lecturer, Prof. Dr. Salawati Matbasir, LLB, LLM, PhD. A very welcome to all the participants, Faculty of Law students, University Diponegoro. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your presence at this memorable occasion. It is indeed a pleasure to have you all today. Before we begin this agenda, please allow me to read the rundown for our session this afternoon. First, the closing speech from Dr. Trilaksmi Indreswari SHM Hum, the Vice Dean of Faculty of Law, University Diponegoro. Second, the testimonial from Prof. Dr. Salawati Matbasir, LLB, LLM, PhD. And lastly, the next agenda is the testimonial and gratitude from the representatives of IP students. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are now going to listen to the speech delivered by the Vice Dean for Academic and Student Affairs, Faculty of Law, University Diponegoro, Dr. Trilaksmi Indreswari SHM Hum. The time is yours.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Salawati Matbasir, LLB, LLM, Professor in Faculty of Law, National University of Malaysia, and all the participants. Good afternoon. Alhamdulillah, we are here to join the closing ceremony visiting Professor Program, Faculty of Law, Universitas Diponegoro, 2020 in virtual. I believe that during almost 10 days, all the participants have learned a lot from Associate Professor Dr. Salawati as a visiting professor. On behalf of Faculty of Law, Universitas Diponegoro, I would like to express our highest respect and gratitude for Associate Professor Dr. Salawati for accepting our invitation and making her presence to share her knowledge and experience in this visiting professor program. I would like to thank to all who have been involved in the visiting professor program. First, Associate Professor Dr. Salawati. Thank you so much, Dr. Salawati. I hope we can meet again, not in virtual. Yeah. And the second, visiting professor team. Thank you for your support and effort. And the third, all the participants, thank you for joining the visiting professor program. Although this is the last day of visiting professor program, the relationship is not over yet, Dr. Salawati. We do hope it will possible to maintain and increase the collaboration between National University of Malaysia and Faculty of Law Universitas Diponegoro. In closing, thank you once again for Associate Professor Dr. Salawati, visiting professor team, and foremost all the participants, and wish you all a safe and healthy. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Trilaksmi Indreswari SHM for the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will hear testimonial from Prof. Dr. Salawati Matbasir, LLB, LLM, PhD. To Prof. Salawati, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon. I do not know how to say how thank you I am, especially to the dean, to all the professors, to all the lecturers, because I'm so surprised to find out that this program actually been in the TV in Semarang. So when I crossed to the YouTube, I found it that. So for me, for those who are foreigners, despite we are neighbors, get that kind of respect, from the universities that I can say that among the top law school in Indonesia. I cannot say more than I have to give the best I can to all my class. And I am very happy to say that all class that I gave my lecture, I get a very good response from the lecturer and from the students. Something that I I really want it, and the students and the lecturer really make the session very impactful. And I think that I don't feel any tightness, or I just want to give more that I can. I also really want to address that with this kind of program, I believe that your faculty, this faculty of law, Undip, will be more progressive in future by looking at the maturity of a student, the way the lecturer handle these sessions, and also how the maturity of a student to come up with a question. That always a challenges, because the student actually really pay attention to my lecture. That's the best. Second, they come up with a question that really related to what happened at this moment. So the team that I bring, that Undip give to me, is really match that with the situation at this moment. Not only that, I think I also been invited at the summer program. That's also, I think, very, very important, because um, I can see that I told my student, like, see, when you open your borders and be more open to accept somebody else, to share the views and knowledge, you can see that where you are. Because if you are just in your own cocoon, you think you are the best. But when you open yourself and accept other people's opinion, you will see that how big is our world actually. And I think the action by Fakultas Hukum Undip in having this kind of program actually will bring your faculty to another level. I have to say this because this is the first time ever a university in Indonesia that gave me this kind of recognition as a visiting professor. And the topic that given to me also is something that I think very much with me. That's why I really happy to share and give more to the students. And also, I think the student do not take for granted my lecture. And sometimes I think the lecture in the morning, is 8 o'clock in Malaysia, 7 o'clock in Indonesia. They come up with a very good question. And I always bring a critical issue in my lecture. And your students, in the Undip students, I see they are already on another level. So from this step, I can say, and I believe your faculty will be more progress. And I'm not surprised to see that Faculty of Law Undip will be the best law school in Indonesia, or maybe one of the best in Southeast Asia soon. Because the way that you program this and also selected of other lecturers, foreign lecturers to be fit into this program, for me is a very, very good. What else I can say? Last year I went there only for 48 hours, but with so much memories. And this year we are being challenged by COVID-19. But I do believe that I always pray that the God will help us in this kind of difficult time. Inshallah, we will meet in person, like Dr. Trilashmi said just now. We can meet in person, because of course I happy more better to see all of you, with my own eyes, you see, because it's always like Indonesia is always special to me, always. So when I think that this year I cannot go, only the last February in Jakarta, I always like miss something. Despite whatever people say, I always believe that beside my own country, the only country that always be my destination is always Indonesia. The food, the people, the progressive, the government, I think bring all those levels to another dimension for all the Indonesian development and the people. So I'm very happy. Actually, I don't know how to say how grateful I am, because at the end of 2020, I got this kind of opportunity, and it's really something for my career also, since that I'm looking for my professorship next year. So this is something that very, very impact to my career and also to progress in my professorship. So not only that, I also would like to thank you again to all of the lecturers, the management of the faculty, the university, that really give me this kind of a golden opportunity to share my humble knowledge with all of you. I hope and I pray to God that Fakultas Hukum of Undip will be more better and will be one of the best in Indonesia. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Prof. Salawati, for the testimonial. Now we will hear the testimonial from the representatives of IEP students. We have 4 students here. The first person who is going to present the testimonial is Akbar Emiri Sharif Mahfud from IEP Law 2019. Now you have 5 minutes to deliver your testimonial. Please, Akbar, the time is yours.
Thank you, Aghna Zarra. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to appreciate to all the committee and to all the lecturer, Faculty of Law, Universitas Diponegoro for conducting this such great event. And also, I would like to appreciate to the Honorable Professor Dr. Salawati for always having me, for always having us in here. I would say that during this visiting lecture, it's really beneficial for me. It's really informative because there was a lot of interesting topic that have been delivered by Professor Dr. Salawati. For example, the development of COVID-19, labor law, civil law, and many more. And what I like during this visiting lecture is Professor Dr. Salawati do give like a comparisons about the current condition in Indonesia and compare with the current conditions in Malaysia and Indonesia. Not only just that, I also see that during this visiting lecture, we do have two-ways conversation between the participant and also the informant, which is, it is really good. I feel like it's not going to be something that boring. It's really informative. And yeah, thank you so much once again to the Professor Dr. Salawati for your very enlightenment and bold explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Akbar, for your testimonials. And then this next student who is going to present the testimonial is Scholastica Prabocitangingrum from IPL 2019. You have 5 minutes to deliver your testimonial. Please, Scholastica, the time is yours.
Thank you, Aghna Zarra. So firstly, I would like to say thank you for all of the committee who conduct this program. So this visiting lecture 2020 is a good forum for a student where the implementation of this program has been running and successful, which is of parties who work behind the scenes, moderators, and of course, our presenters, our great lecturers, Professor Dr. Salawati Matbesir, LLB, LLM, who are very capable and extraordinarily interesting, so that can easily pass on knowledge to us as students. Thank you for sharing knowledge and learning opportunities with us. Hopefully, we can meet again in another event. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Scholastica Prabocitangingrum, for your testimonial. And then the next student who's going to present the testimonial is Muhammad Akbar Araihan from IUP Law 2020. You have 5 minutes to deliver your testimonial. Please, Akbar, the time is yours.
Yeah. So hello everyone. The honorable to all my lecturers from Diponegoro University, Faculty of Law, and Professor Dr. Salawati that involved this visiting professional event. So my name is Muhammad Akbar Araihan, and I'm the class representative for IUP Law class 2020. Actually, I will not give you my testimonial too much, but first of all, I want to appreciate and say thank you to all of you that already done this virtual visiting professor doing very well. I know it's not easy to doing this because this pandemic situation. Maybe you must to adjust this event with a new concept because of this situation. I'm very glad and happy you can join this visiting professor event. This event is so motivating me, especially to study abroad because there was so much information that maybe we cannot have or get in normal class. And I hope this event can continuously happen. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Muhammad Akbar, for your testimonial. And lastly, we have Lauren Singhal from IUP Law 2020. You have 5 minutes to deliver a testimonial. Please, Lauren, the time is yours.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. First, I want to say thank you for Dr. Salawati and also the lecturer from our university, the Universitas Diponegoro, and everyone involved to make the virtual lecture could happen. And I think this virtual visiting lecture is so useful, especially to me from my perspective as a freshman law student. I think with this lecture, I could familiarize myself to the legal study. That's all. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Lawrence, for your testimonial. Thank you. Also, thank you to the representatives of IEP students for delivering the testimonials. From the testimonials, we can see that this visiting professor gives a lot of impact and insightful perspectives about the related topics. And then to the next agenda, ladies and gentlemen, now we will hold a photo session. We are welcome to all of you to take a position. Please turn on your camera. Everyone, please turn on your camera. Thank you. Okay, the photo session will be on my side. Please take a look at the camera. Okay, on my side, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally come to the end of our session. It has been a great and wonderful afternoon with all of you. Thank you to Professor Dr. Salawati Matbasir, LLB, LLM, PhD, for being our speaker for our visiting professor program this year. Also, thank you to Dr. Trilaksmi Indaswari SIMHum as our Vice Dean for Academic and Student Affairs, Faculty of Law, University Diponegoro. Also, thank you to the committees of visiting professor program. And lastly, thank you very much for your attention. I hope this is the beginning and not the end of our meeting. Thank you to all of you for being here, and thank you for your participation. This meeting will be ended by the host. You may leave the meeting. Good afternoon.
Thank you,
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Doctor. Bye-bye. We miss you.
Thank you, Professor.